What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to build the Lonzo Ball build. This is a super good point guard build. It's 6'6", it has amazing playmaking, amazing defense, and it's also a pretty good scoring build. So it's a really good all-around demigod type of point guard, and in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to build it. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, nothing really matters too much. The only thing that's important is you want your position to be a point guard, the hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want, then go ahead and click continue. Now for the body settings for this build, first off, for the height, you want to bring this up to 6'6" right here. This really makes this build kind of a demigod. You're going to be taller than most other point guards. There are some other tall point guards like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", but you're going to be a lot taller than the majority of point guards. And that height advantage combined with all of the defense attributes that you're going to be putting into this build will give you a super good ability to lock down most other guards. So that's really good. 6'6" is the perfect height for this build right here, and I believe it's also Lonzo's exact height in real life, so that's good as well. Then for the weight right here, you want to leave this at 195 pounds. You could bring it down a little bit and gain a couple extra speed attributes. You could gain 1 right here and 2 right here, but that's really not worth it because you lose a ton of badges that you would have if you just stay here at 195. You'll get way less badges, and it's really not worth it because if you think about it, with your speed, once you run on the treadmill, you'll get a +4 speed anyways, and once you get above 95 overall, your speed will get even higher, so you'll have a speed in the mid-90s somewhere, which is really more than enough. You're not going to notice any difference between a speed in the mid-90s and a speed in the high 90s. It'll really feel the exact same, and with your height advantage, even if you have like 3 or 4 lower speed attribute than other guards, you're going to have probably 2 or 3 inches on them, so it really won't matter too much. You'll be good right here at 195 pounds. You're definitely going to want the extra badges, so just leave that right where it is. Then go down to the wingspan right here. For the wingspan, you want to move this up to 6'11" right here. You want to move this way up. This moves your driving dunk all the way from an 87 to a 95, and also moves a few of your defense attributes way up, including your block, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound, so that's really good. And all you lose is a couple ball handle and a few three-pointer ratings, so those really aren't too important. You're still going to be able to get pro dribble moves. You're still going to be able to dribble super good. Every single dribble move in the game you'll be able to unlock. Your ball handle is more than enough, and same thing with your shooting. You'll still be able to green super consistently with a 92 three-pointer, so don't worry about that too much. It's definitely worth the trade-off for the extra finishing and defense on this build. So 6'11" for the wingspan right there to go along with 195 pounds for the weight, and 6'6" for the height. Then for the body shape, this really doesn't matter. You can choose whichever one you want. It won't affect the build in any way. All it does is changes how the build looks. It doesn't change the attributes or any of the badges or anything like that, so you can choose whichever one you like the look of the best. I'll probably just take defined because I think it looks the most similar to Lonzo Ball, but you can choose whichever one you want. Then go ahead and click continue. Now for the attribute and badge distribution for this build, first off, for finishing right here, you want to move your driving layup up to an 89. You want to max out your driving dunk and your standing dunk just like that. This will give you 11 finishing badges, and as you can see, you can get basically every single good finishing badge onto Hall of Fame, Posterizer, Heat Seeker, Slithery Finisher, Lob City Finisher. Literally every single good finishing badge you can get onto Hall of Fame. And with these type of attributes right here, 11 finishing badges will be more than enough. You're going to be dunking on everybody, finishing at the rim super consistently, so that's really good right there for the finishing. Then you want to go down to the shooting right here. First off, max out your mid-range, and same thing for your three-pointer right here, and that gives you 9 shooting badges, and that's actually all you're going to have for this build. You do have a 92 three-pointer, so you really shouldn't need any more badges than that. Once you get a good jump shot and get the hang of it, you'll be able to shoot super consistently with 9 shooting badges and a super high three-point and mid-range rating. And 9 shooting badges really does allow you to get all of the essential shooting badges that you need to be able to shoot consistently, so I promise you this build will be able to shoot even better than Lonzo in real life. So this is really good right here. Even though it looks like you don't have a ton of badges, trust me, it's really good. Then go down to your playmaking right here. For playmaking, you want to max out pass accuracy, ball handle, and speed with ball, and then you actually want to move your pass accuracy down 1, and that gives you 22 playmaking badges right here. And you can see you can get every single good playmaking badge. You can get quick first step onto gold, Hall of Fame handles for days, Hall of Fame dimer, Hall of Fame floor general, Hall of Fame space creator, Hall of Fame tight handles, Hall of Fame unpluckable. So you can really get every single good playmaking badge. This is a super good playmaking build, obviously just like Lonzo in real life. So these are going to be your final playmaking attributes. Then you can go down to defense right here. For defense, you want to max out perimeter, put your block up, as well as your defensive rebound right here. And then you're actually going to go back up to your offensive rebound and move this down 1. This will also move down your defensive rebound, but you don't lose any badges. And then you can also move your block down by 1 right here and keep these 15 shooting badges. Now you can move your block down even further if you want to and not lose these badges, but I recommend keeping it at a 74 right here so that you can have Intimidator on gold right off the rip. Even if you do bring it down lower, if you bring it down to a 73, you'll unlock Intimidator at 96 overall. If you bring it down to a 72, you'll get it at 97, but I recommend keeping it at a 74 so you can get Intimidator right off the rip. Plus the 74 block is really good. You'll be able to block a ton of shots, especially with your height advantage. So yeah, that's good right there. This is the final way to set up the defense. Then you can go down to your physicals. You want to max out your speed, acceleration, and then put your stamina all the way up to a 94 right here. Now I know the stamina only gets up to a 94, not a 95, but trust me, that's fine. It's really not a big deal because once you go into the Gatorade facility and do your workout in there, you'll get your stamina all the way up to a 98 overall, which is super good. The difference between 98 stamina and 99 stamina is basically non-existent. And once you get up to a 96 overall, you'll have 99 stamina anyways, so you'll be really good right there. And then you do have one more attribute. There's a few things you could put into. I'm probably just going to put it back into block right here. There is no extra badges you can get with that attribute, so don't worry about where you put it too much. It really won't matter too much. But then you can go ahead and click continue once you have all of your badges and attributes looking like this. Actually, I will say really quickly, the reason you don't invest into steal, I'll just show you really quickly. You see you have 15 defense badges. Let's say you take down both of your rebounds and your block and put that into steal, you get up to a 75 steal and you get 7 defense badges, so that's less than half. And plus your steal is only at a 75, which really isn't even that good. So I recommend just upgrading the block instead. Block is really an underrated attribute on guard builds. And then also put up your defensive rebound and offensive rebound, just like that, so you can grab triple doubles. And the other thing that people always ask about is close shot. You don't need to upgrade your close shot. I'll show you this too. It eats up a ton of attributes and doesn't give any badges. As you can see, you can only get up to a 35, which is basically useless. What's the difference between 25 and 35? And it gives you 5 finishing badges, whereas if you upgrade the standing dunk, 11 finishing badges and you can get that up to a 65. So yeah, that's why you don't upgrade those two. You'll be good with all of your attributes and badges looking like this. Trust me, this is going to be a super good demigod build. And yeah, then go ahead and click continue right here. Now for the takeover, you actually cannot take the playmaking takeovers, but that's not really too big of a deal for this build. Those are probably the worst takeovers in the game. Even though they're not bad, they are probably the worst. I think every other takeover is better, honestly. So you don't really need those. And for the takeover right here, you do have some personal preference. Some of the best ones are enhanced jump shot contest, extreme clamps. Both of the shooting ones are good. Ankle breaking shots, if you want to be taking ankles, is the way to go this year. The playmaking takeovers don't even help out with taking ankles, so ankle breaking shots is the one you're going to want if you want to be breaking ankles. Then another good one for finishing would be easy blow-bys or finishing moves. But for me, for this build, I'll probably just take a double lockdown takeover. Again, you can take whichever one fits your playstyle the best, but I'm going to take extreme clamps as my primary and enhanced jump shot contest is my secondary because Lonzo Ball is a really good defender in real life, and I think these takeovers fit his playstyle really good. So those are the ones I'm going to take right here. Go ahead, say yes, and as you can see, boom, two-way threat, shades of Ja Morant, John Wall, and De'Aaron Fox. But this build really does play like Lonzo Ball. It's a really good all-around demigod build. So now I'm going to go ahead and really quickly show you guys how to put on the final badges for this build.